Hello, hello, good morning. So I slept probably not enough. I think I went to sleep at like 3 and I woke up at like 8. Like 5 hours. So I might be a little sleepy today. I should probably take a nap. But I need to wash my car because it rained yesterday and my car's dirty. So I will have to keep this kind of short today. Let's see. So I pulled for myself. I got Sky Bridge, Possibility for Union, and Caterpillar, Opportunity. So there's like a quantum leap and the way becoming obvious in some way. Also I got Ancestral Wisdom, Lay of the Land, and Winter's Dream, Gestational Period. Well-informed. You're well-informed by a mentor. Seek wisdom on the problem, whatever it is, like whatever the problem is. So, not you may not be well-informed yet, but like get well-informed by seeking a mentor. Yeah. And that one. Okay. And I just only pulled those 2 cards. Let's see. Excuse me. I am a little sleepy here. Did I already split it? I think I did. My glasses were irritating my ears earlier, or last night. Like by the end of the night, I was like, they're so heavy. They're like on my ears. I'm like, what the fuck? They are kind of big though. Ooh. Wandering Between Realms, Straddling Worlds, number 52. And Sky Bridge again, Possibility for Union, number 47. It's about the quantum leap. Wandering Between Realms. Oh, this is such a pretty picture. Like, honestly, these cards are so pretty. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna use this deck. Even though it's so big. I like it because it's like easy to see like what the pictures on the camera. So, oh man, I don't know what woke me up at like 7 or 8 or whatever. I don't remember what time it was. I just woke up. I was like, I'm ready. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the day. But at least my back isn't hurting. It's not cold today though. It's kind of chilly, but not. It's like 60, I think, something like that. Oh, a star card. So we're healing right now. We're in the healing phase of things. Also, maybe faith, hope, those energies. Oh, and wisdom. So you maybe so I always see the hermit and the star as like they go together, right? Like the star is in the lantern, that the hermit is so it's like keep the faith. Like that's what's fueling the wisdom here. Like fueling the hermit to go within. And like maybe move forward. It's the introspection, like the between realms. Yeah. It's a very spiritual and enlightening time right now, I think. Two of Swords, introspection. Six of Cups, inner child wisdom. There's like a happiness to the nostalgia, right? Like okay, we found our peace, our hope, our faith within. And that's the value. Queen of Pentacles. And Justice even. And like the success of it, and also the collaboration, right? Like it's the quantum leap. Something's becoming obvious, the way becoming obvious because of the faith and the, yeah, okay. Also the bridge. Like the bridge, maybe you're becoming the bridge. Like, okay, so we become more and more able to see between the realms because of the faith, the wisdom, the understanding values, like living in integrity, like those noble things, like the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Pinnacles, period. You know? Nine of Pentacles. Pre-Empress energy. So how are we showing up? Three of Cups. So we maybe celebrate, oh, in the Sun. Happiness. Are we happy? Are we fucking happy now? Are we fucking happy now? Oh my god. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Seven of Swords, like escaping. There's also strategy to the new beginning. Reciprocity is the strategy to this happiness and this new beginning, the path forward. Is this, oh, this is the world. Is it? Yeah, it's the world. It's how to close the cycles. It's escaping and closing cycles because you found some sort of, I want to say wisdom and reciprocity, giving you happiness, reasons to celebrate. Well, this is definitely a reason to celebrate. Because like anytime we complete initiations and yeah, quantum leap into like a new beginning, that's definitely a reason to celebrate. What's surfacing? These cards are big. My hands are like driving. I never knew that like driving would be so hard on your hands, but like it is. Like, yeah. Ace of Cups is what's surfacing. So the self-love, also overflowing. Maybe you're in the flow state. That's what's bringing in this possibility for union. And the faith and like the hope, the work that you've done on yourself. It's like mastering self, mastering like the lessons of like all the hard work, right? Ten of Cups, Page of Swords, learning the lessons from generational. The Ten of Cups is like family, but also love, fulfillment, you know. Two of Wands, it's like allowing yourself to have, where maybe before you set limits to yourself all the time, like those self-limiting beliefs. But now you're like kind of learning the flow state, like the self-love creates fulfillment. It's like mastering self-love, creating fulfillment, freeing your bird, like allowing yourself to be true to who you are. And now you're like in this state of like planning for the future, like the world's opening up to you in some way, because I think you've reached a critical point where like you've mastered some sort of lesson. It could be the lesson of faith, you know. The star card is like majestic, mystical. What do I need to expand on? Page of Cups. So, and the Page of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. So there's messages, and I'm getting 2 pages. So messages, right? Truth and love, expanding on the lessons you've learned, the truth that you carry that offered you that freedom. 2 Wands, like how did you get here? Where are you going, kind of? And like how maybe how that's faded for you, or I don't know, I'm getting astrology in this because all the astrology signs. So like how did you get to your North Node? Yeah, Chaos Witch always talked about going up through your South Node is how you get there. So like doing the wrong things, you know, like doing it wrong got me into the place that I could do it right, you know. So that's like with the many paths, you know, like there's many paths to enlightenment, right? It could be going through cycle after cycle after cycle and relearning the same things, like, oh, I was here before. That recognition of like, I remember this from the past, you know, lesson. I remember how I maybe should have done this instead, and maybe doing those things going forward instead of the wrong way. Like we learn from experience. There's also like a rarity here, like some sort of mystical, spiritual enlightenment. I'm seeing all the animals on here. So seahorses and sea turtles. Something about the sea. Do you see? Like sea or... It's the balance between worlds, right? But it also has to do with your mind. You know, like balancing your mind in those over vigilance, those thoughts that keep you in cycles, the self-sabotaging thoughts, right? Mastering that, finding a balance in something, and your mind first, like that. Nervous system regulation is so important, like the grounding, the stability, like things like that. Maybe there's so many cups. 3 of cups, 1 of cup. I mean, Ace of cups, Page of cups, and then all the water here. Okay, the star, Aquarius is the water bearer, right? The water bearer. So Aquarius is about bringing and grounding the water energy, the emotional stability, like that King of Cups energy, like where it's stoic, yes, but it also communicates love. It communicates love in action, right? It creates the awareness of the emotion in the body even. So that's important. So a key to nervous system regulation is noticing in your body how you're feeling. Like your thoughts become action. Aquarius is an air sign. So grounding the thoughts in like the body, like, okay, how do I explain? Like soothing, like some of us as children, like didn't learn how to soothe ourselves, right? So we reach outward for others to soothe us, or like for that regulation, that it should be self-regulation, but we reach outward for. So there's something about that. Like instead of repeating old cycles because you're lonely or because you don't feel regulated within yourself, and then always finding or ending up in the same cycles, right? That's something that I learned, that if I was dysregulated in my own energy, for whatever reason, it could be like guilt, shame, just feeling inadequate in some way, or like dysregulated in some way, due to like past traumas or overthinking, or something went wrong, even just this is kind of funny, but I'm being called to say is how you say it, like feeling should I say it? I mean, maybe not on here, but like feeling like you want to, hop in bed with somebody or something, like, that sort of irregularity. I mean, disorientation. Like normally you wouldn't do that, right? So you're feeling some type of way, and like there's a reason for it. So if you're needing like that outside validation for whatever reason, it's all like, okay, it's it's you opening the gate to like old cycles and worse problems, right? It's like if you regulate yourself within before doing anything else, like reaching outward, you find like a stability within, and that's kind of what we're shooting for, like, because when we constantly go outward and like seek outward validation, it becomes like this, it's like opening the gates, the floodgates to like spirits. Like, you know, when you drink alcohol, you're basically opening the doors to spirits to come in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's got to be like also for that validation that you're seeking outward. It's opening the door for people to devalue you, right? Too. It goes both ways. There's a polarity to it, to everything. So, like, if you're... So you have to find, like, the boundary within. And also provide, you know, that comfort and stability to yourself. Because, like, if we're constantly opening those floodgates, right, it allows for us to, when it's sucked dry, and it's not always going to be, it's not going to overflow like what you can give yourself. It's not going to be continuous. It's going to be like stagnant here, stagnant there. But if you can give it to yourself, it's constant. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. What actions do we take? I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but let's see. I think it was, yeah, I don't know. Also, when you give it to yourself, it's so much more freeing. Like I don't need validation from other people. The sun. Shining lights. Happiness, right? Communication. Forward movement. 8 of Wands. The Emperor. And strength. The King of Pentacles. So, okay. These are the actions to take. Communicate power in some way. Maybe, how to maintain that power. Happiness. How you overcome things and master, you know, the value of self, the whole the earth realm. It's like all these things that, like, we're here to learn, right? There's some sort of, how do you overcome, like, the shit in your life? Is this upside down? I think it's supposed to actually go this way. But I never knew that, so it was always upside down. But yeah, it's like, yeah. So there's discipline here. I'm seeing Saturn. And of course the Emperor. There's forward movement here, like overcoming, like, those temptations that I was talking about, like those cycles that you have to shift out of because you're seeking validation from other people and outside sources. Like, that's giving away your power, basically. So we're standing in our power moving forward because we've learned the lessons of, you know, temptation, you know, those low vibe energies. We overcome those with the Strength card here. We tame the beast. The beast is like the devil. That's what the Strength card overcomes, is that devil energy. Also, is this Mercury? Mercury, yeah, communication, forward movement. The Aries energy. I just posted a picture of about this. It's calcification, I think is how you say it. The calcification of like taking action, like to new beginnings and things like that. So anyway, side note. It's in my community tab if you want to see it. What are our resources? Also, you may be receiving downloads about how to overcome things and stand in your power. Temperance. So in our resources, we have temperance, which is balance, right? Balance, patience, alchemy, healing, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Devil, King of Swords. This is in our resources. What this means is, what this is saying is like you've alchemized these energies. Like narcissism, needing to expose the things that are unseen, that are toxic and devilish and kept you stuck in a mental prison. You know, the things that other people are being trapped by in that way, like all the things that, like, in this world we have to master the mind. So I'm seeing this as like mastering the mind, mental clarity, and it's giving you a possibility for a union, either with someone else or with like the divine, you know, the between realms, right? But it's some sort of like, I'm seeing this as like you're these rocks in the middle and the moon. Maybe this is you reaching your north node, right? Possibility for union. And these are the 2 realms, like the upper and lower realms. And this is you in the middle, making your way to ascension to your north node in some way, or to even to the divine. I don't know. It sounds. I sound crazy, but I'm hoping that people understand. Yeah. What do I want to clarify with? Tarot's Abyss. So celebrate your happiness right now. These are such good cards. You got the Sun, Temperance, the Star. The Sun and the Star is like, maybe you're being seen. And like Cups energy, like all of these are Cups. Aww, love is overflowing. Clarify the Star. Three of Wands. Okay, so you have the foresight, right? You can see that, oh, maybe this is what's coming in for you. The Star energy. Queen of Swords is at the bottom. So I'm seeing this as like compassion, the liberation that you get from having compassion for yourself and having the faith that, you know, what you need and what you want are coming in, that you can give yourself a break. You can, you know, it's clearly seeing like you're not meant to overdo or be everything for everyone. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Tower. Yeah. You're not meant to be everything for everyone. Especially people like this guy right here who wants to walk past you. You know what I mean? Clarify the Three of Cups. And I'm seeing this also as like you built your ark. Like you're building your ark, and like those people that you know, walk past you, maybe doubting you, and you're having faith, and that's the star energy. That's the straddling worlds and the sky bridge. Clarify the Three of Cups. The Sun, oh my god. And the Two of Cups. This is possibility for union. Oh my god, celebrate, motherfucking celebrate. Oh, my nose. Okay. Six of Cups, Three of Swords. Okay. So learning from the past. Heartbreaks. The Nine of Wands energy where like you're the wounded warrior, but like there's something better than like what you've been through. You know, and there's a union coming in that's bringing better. The sun, bringing the fucking sun. Because you've learned, you've healed, you've risen your vibration, you've changed your frequency from like, you know, sorrow, sadness, loss, all the things, you know, and you're becoming like a different being. Someone who's not lost in this woundedness. Is that a toilet seat? Like a bedpan? Like you're no... No. I'm just kidding. But that's what it looks like. Clarify the Ace of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow, methodical, like that tortoise in the hair energy, like you're learning how to transform and have a rebirth in some sort of way. Like there's an ending to maybe all the past energies of like lack and shame and guilt and, you know, not being enough in some way. Like this is like more than enough. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, right? But he is the one that gets the job done. This is the way to do it, through your self-love, through, you know, finding the keys, you know, the value in things. I'm also seeing like this ground kind of looks like this to me. And like the lotus, here's the lotus here in the corner. You know, the lotus is like up through the mud, right? So death, the star, and the devil, and the Six of Swords. You're moving on from this energy. You're no longer bound. You know, you've had this transformation from like this bound up angel energy to like freeing yourself and seeing the possibilities. You know, and that's the transformation. You become this, you know, you were on your knees maybe. I don't know. I thought this one was where she was like that. Maybe that's a different deck, but you now, I'm seeing this as like flames. Like you burned that shit down. You're no longer this, you burned off all of the binding, you know? And now you're this angel of death energy. Like you Six of Swords, you're like on like the Chariot. Like I think that's the, in this deck, I think there's a like some kind of bird. Anyways, yeah. The angels are taking you to this sun energy to celebrate your new beginning. It's a transformation for sure. Phoenix rising energy. That's also Scorpio. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Yeah. Clarify the Page of Cups. The Empress. And the Devil's at the bottom. So we're expanding on this creative energy, this creation energy, like having the faith to create more than, you know, what we came from. Also, Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So there's legacy behind this. Like it's what we create from this, from our sorrows. Like she is a liberator. Like the Queen of Swords liberates herself and others with her truth, her sword of truth. She cuts out the toxicity. She's ruthless in that way. And then, you know, that's the legacy that we leave behind. It's going from this to this, you know, and with compassion and like a deeper understanding, a truth of it. That's our Empress energy. So it's like that's where the sun energy comes from too. Clarify the sun. We got the sun twice. And the star twice. Or at least twice. I think maybe more than, yeah. I don't know. Clarify the sun. Three of Pentacles. It's a collaboration. It's also success. You know, it's success. It's a nobility, seeing yourself as noble. Nine of Pentacles, which is having everything that you need. There's prosperity in the sun energy. Like Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Two of Pentacles. There's like a big time boon energy here. There's like a balancing of like the light and dark, because you've done this within yourself, it's now showing up on the outside. You know, you've got the keys. You've buried that deep in your fucking soul, where you have like this this wisdom, this knowledge. You've overcome this mountain in the background, you know. That's the devil energy that you've overcome. And now you've freed your bird. And like happiness is just around the corner, right? It looks like, you know, everything that you want is being brought to you. This is the actions to take. So we're still pulling on it. Like we're pulling it down to the 3D. Do you know what I mean? Like, and Spirit is helping you do that. It's a tug of war. It is a spiritual war, right? And we got 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. It's like a manifest, and the 3 of Wands, 3. And the Empress is a 3. 3. Yeah. Clarify the Temperance card. Oh, and we have the Hierophant. I didn't see that one. This may have come out with the Empress, but I don't know, but it came out at some point. Ace of Swords. So I'm just going to set that there. But I think what you're meant to do is be a mentor, maybe seek a mentor. You know, it says the wise one on here. So this is Spirit working with you, dude. For like the wisdom that we gain from like the shit. Like the things that we go through, you know, like there's so much to learn, so much, you know, that we gain from being put through fire. Metaphorically speaking. It's like the mentor is like sitting around the fire, explaining the wisdom that we get from it. And if you listen to yourself and you become like the shaman, you reach into the shaman within, the soul within, where you're able to kind of listen to your inner wisdom, you know, from the flames. You know, that's pretty much what they're doing. It's like having a little powwow with yourself. Clarify the Temperance card. Clarify resources. The Fool. So, oh my age. Clarifying Temperance is the Fool, which is a new healed beginning, like the beginning of like you standing in your power, overcoming. As you've overcome all this, you take action to integrate your Ace of Cups, self-love in all of this. The actions you take, the power that you wield, the dark sides of yourself, like, because going forward, it's not like you're not going to have those things still there. Like, it's all about, like, finding the balance between, you know, the light and dark aspects of yourself. It's all about the journey. And like finding the balance, because it's not going away. It's, you know, like the things. So even though we heal, even though we alchemize, even though like this is an important lesson, it should be taught in school. Like, you know, because like the way that we alchemize the pain, the sorrows, the things that we go through in life that are traumatizing or disrupting to our balance and, you know, our everyday life, right? It's something that we have to spiritually come to resolution with. It's a wandering between realms. Do you know what I mean? Being the flame, alchemizing the things that bring pain to your life, bring upheaval to your life, finding your power in all of that. What is mine to own? What is my actions? You know, how do my actions or how do my thoughts manifest this? Or, you know, what am I telling myself? You know, those, it's reparenting, imagining life, you know, understanding, you know, this is a part of this realm. It's an everyday part of this realm. And we kind of have to, that's the union too. The union. So integrating your shadow. Understanding that it protects you in some way from things that would take your power, from things that would harm you. And it's knowing when to yield those things. That's the wisdom. Because it's not hurting innocent people. That's, you know what I mean? And it's self-love is the love that we also, like when we don't have self-love, we can't love anyone else. You know, that thing. And it's about the journey. It's about the love of self becoming the love of others. Like you love yourself so much you can't help but, you know, because you don't want to harm anybody. When you don't want to harm yourself. Anyway. I hope this helps. Let me see. Should I read? I think it's long enough. Being comfortable in two states, wandering between realms, reinvention. That's the reinvention. The alchemist. It's learning, you know, the alchemy of it all. It starts with you. Possibility for union. What needs to be connected or disconnected? Yeah. So it's about action, power, and that integrated shadow. It's not wielding your shadow to everyone to be a douchebag, you know. It's not that. That doesn't create happiness. It also creates a bunch of shit for yourself. It's a trap. Like the devil promises so many things that shadow life promises so many things, but it's actually like deceiving you. Because you fall into your own trap. Because you can't do anything to anyone else that you're not doing to yourself. So, anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.